welcome back to Chopper's Rusty Customs, home of Rustification Nation. Yes, sirree. Jim over at Jim's Garage tagged me in this, and so I gotta tell y'all 3 different hobbies I do outside of my model building. Well, this could be interesting. See, I used to have a lot of hobbies, and I've been trying to break them back down so I'm not spending a lot of money since I don't make a lot of money. So, other than model building, I like to fish. I've fished since I was 9, 10 years old. A little town in Oregon called Warrenton. You got a little boat dock area there. And I'd go down there and fish in between the boats, catch these fish, about yay so big, 8, 10 of them a day, and take them home, and never seemed to do anything with them when I got home because I'd forget about them because I wanted to go do something else. And one day I was down there catching fish, and this old boy come off his boat. He says, "Son, you know what you're catching there?" And I said, "Well, fish." He said, "What kind of fish you catching?" I said, "Well, I figure it's kind I'm going to eat." He says, "Yeah, well, you figured it wrong." He says, "Those are sucker fish. They eat all the crap off the bottom of the water." But at that point in time, I went over and released every one of them back into the water and decided to find somewhere else to fish. But fishing's been with me my entire life, off and on. A lot of good times, a lot of weird stuff has happened. When my son was younger, teaching him how to fish, we went to a lake up here by Airway Heights called Fish Lake. And you fish off docks. And we were sitting on the dock, and one of the first times my wife said, "Okay, we're just going to teach him how to cast his pole out so he can do it." I said, "Okay, I'll show him how to do it." Got one of those Zebco thumb poles, reels. Cast it out, real simple, real easy. And we were sitting there, and he'd been doing really good at it. Well, about that time I casted my line out, and I'm one of those that reaches way back to Louisiana and throws it out. My son decided, you know what? Dad can do it, so can I. He reached back, threw it over. But we were on the dock here. There was another dock here, and there were 3 or 4 boats lined up there. My son threw it from this dock, across that dock, across the boat, and in between 2 others. And I looked at my wife, I said, "Are you kidding me? I couldn't have done that if I tried to, I'd have to practice that for months." She goes, "I know, right?" So she goes, "I'll go get it. You keep fishing." So she's walking over there, and it's probably a good 100, 200 feet to get it back up and around to get down to where that dock boats were. My son kept yelling, "Mama, it's pulling. Mama, it's pulling." Well, he was still at that age where he liked to put his line out with a worm on and reel it back in because he thought he had a lure. She kept telling him, "Just leave it there. I'll get it. Just leave it there." He said, "No, Mama, it's pulling." So she finally got over there, grabbed hold of his line, got it off the boat, so it was basically in between a boat and the dock. She says, "So reel it some." So he's reeling away at it. He says, "Mama, it's heavy." I said, "Okay." So let me see it. And I grabbed hold of that pole and went to do one crank and felt it. That boy had cast it over and over the boat, in between the other boat and the dock, and caught him a fish. So he kept reeling. I gave it back to him, told him to keep reeling. She goes, "Okay, stop." So he stopped. She got down and grabbed hold of the line that was there. It was just maybe half foot away from the sinker and the swivel. And she pulled it up, and sure enough, that boy got a hold of a trout. Probably a good 10, 12-inch trout, big old fat boy. And he got him right there in that hook in his mouth. And my wife said, "What do I do?" I said, "Well, for one, don't let that fish go." I said, "For 2, unhook that hook, hold on to that fish, throw his line back in the water, and come over here and put it on the stinger so we can take it home for dinner." And that was a very, very fun day. And the little turkey outfished me. Well, I caught 4 or 5 fish. I limited out. But my 4 or 5 fish was nowhere near as big as his 1. Anywho, that's what's the fun part about fishing. You know, it's fishing, not catching. I enjoy it to death. And then right after that, I'm going to have to say it's my collecting of die-cast cars, trucks, all different sorts. I do Tootsie Toys, Hot Wheels, M2, and I'm really into tow trucks, so I've been buying a bunch of different tow trucks. I'm into the old Tonkas. My wife, bless her, last Christmas, she went shopping, and she come home, she goes, I'm going to give this to you early, because anybody that collects toys should have one of these in his collection. I was like, really? What is it? She went to the back of the car, and pulled out this Tonka truck, dump truck, the big yellow one. You know, the ones we had when we was kids? Yeah, she brought me out one of those, and I'm a 50-year-old man, 6 foot tall, almost 380 pounds, and I wept hell. I bawled like a 2-year-old getting it for Christmas. It just touched me. So, third, that would probably have to be taking pictures. I'm not good at it, but I enjoy taking pictures. I like nature pictures. My wife just let me, I'm paying on it, but buying a 2002 Dodge Dakota quad cab for my boy. And I bought it because I can take it up into the woods up north, you know, pretty much any season. Well, not during the winter because they get snow up there. We're talking 10, 12 feet of snow up there from what I heard. Never been up there during that time. But I can get up there in the woods, and I like looking for old abandoned houses or whatever, you know, stuff that just gives good pictures. Or rusty things. Well, y'all know that. I love the rust. But mostly my number one will be, and probably will be for a long time, it's my model building. I enjoy the heck out of it. And I'm finally starting to get somewhere and starting to believe that I can actually build something. But anywho, so I got to tag 3 other people so that they can get on here and do a video on their 3, and then they can tag 3 others. So my first one I'm tagging is Minnie over there at Food Bar Garage. Love listening to that man's videos. Cracks me up. And then we're going to tag old guy at the model shop. His videos are funny. I like the work he does. Then last but not least, we're going to tag the orange tube guy. Oh man, is he funny. But anywho, I'm going to try to keep this kind of short. I guess it's like 8 minutes. I guess it ain't short, huh? But until I make my next video, y'all stay with your building. Stay safe. May God bless you all. And remember, rust in peace.